Hello everybody, Monovoir here. Today, while I was trying to process another video that will go up after this, I remembered that I owed one DJ Halla a video on budget Performapals. Now, we will be building this off of, I believe he said, I believe he asked for doing it off of, Starter Deck Yuya? Uh, yeah. Two Starter Deck Yuya, some extra booster cards. Alright. So first of all, uh, if you're building off a starter deck, you want to play Slide Hand. Slide Hand is good. It's a it's a big beater and it's a level 7 that you can summon with ease. And of course, to go with this Slide Hand, you should play as many copies of Performapal Second Donkey as you can get your hands on. So like, I know for sure you have two. Try to pick up one more and you're good. If you can get your hands on the Megatin Sorcerers, which are pretty cheap to order, then play those. But if not, then we'll just set them aside for now. Another thing you will need to try and pick up is Skullcrabat Joker. I'm just setting aside some cards that I'm not sure if you have that you should probably pick up if you want to build the deck. Let me just go TCG and search. Excuse me. No, not TCG only. I tried. I tried to cut around all the anime Performapals. Well, I can cut around the anime ones, but not the OCG ones, I mean. Next up, what else came in Starter Deck Yuya? Oh yeah, King Bear. Now, King Bear is another solid big monster to beat things with. Run it. And DJ Halla said that he had two Silver Claws. Those should stay. Like, I can just confirm for you right now, Silver Claw is a card that needs to stay. You've got long phone bowls, so I would recommend 3 second donkey and then 1 to 2 long phone bowls. And then you have 2 paratrios, so play those. I am sort of making this up on the fly, but I think it'll work out pretty well considering I'm just someone who knows this archetype so well. Neither of these are even in the TCG, so, but you've got yourself 2 Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragons, so throw those in there. You might not get to summon these too often, but they will be a very good searcher. And if you can get your hands on, let's see here. If you can get your hands on like any of the Odd Eyes extra deck monsters, except for like when Metal Claw comes out where you are, don't bother with Metal Claw. This one's not good. But for the most part, if you can get your hands on any of these Odd Eyes extra deck monsters, you should probably play them. So like your extra deck's pretty simple. Just whatever Odd Eyes extra deck monsters you can grab, whatever generic rank force you can grab, and then oh yeah, Rune Eyes, Beast Eyes. Like I'm just building pretty generic looking extra deck for this. Rune Eyes, Beast Eyes. Let's go back to searching for Performapals. Oh, right. Dramat. Uh, Oh, I still have it set to search monsters. Whoops. That's our problem. You want you want to run your dramatic theaters. I mean, if you don't have Sky Iris, then this is your best bet for a field spell, because it will give some decent buffs to all of your Performapal monsters. Let's keep looking for things you could play, alright? After that, let's see, what else even came in this starter deck? Uh, a Swing Cobra for a low scale wouldn't hurt you. Swing Cobra's alright. Pretty good guy. Try out some Amon carpets. You'll be pleased. In addition, uh, excuse me, I'm just gonna refer back to all his old comments, actually. It's probably my best idea right now. No, I don't want to go to the history. I want to go to my own videos and scroll through those and find the last Performapal profile I did back in January. Scroll to the comment section. I remember this guy who told me, yeah, wow, you must have so many clog problems, and then said there was no reason to run Vortex. Yes, clearly I will draw Vortex. All right, that one illusion bleeds you got? Play it. See here, Whipstake, Turn Toad, two Chain Giraffes, two. Oh, you've got Skullcrobat Jokers. Okay, you have them. Uh, so Skullcrobat is limited to one, so just play it. Let's see here, Chain Giraffe, Turn Toad. Turn Toad is actually an interesting one. Last minute cancel, revival, perform Pal call. I'm just taking a nice read through my comment section. This was on my Performapal profile from like January. If you want to check that out, but we're gonna see if I can construct you like a 40 card, somewhat decent Performapal deck, because you definitely want to cut down on some of your cards. You got a lot. I'd say those two Performapal calls are fine. Um, if you can get your hands on a copy of Pinch Helper, you should play that. But for now, last minute cancel. All right, all right. Let's see here. What else you got? Field Barrier. Interesting tech. And that'll be so much better if once you get your Sky Irises. I actually recommend keeping the Field Barrier if you're trying to keep this super budget. Because you don't want to rely on the traps. Let's see here. Let's go back to searching for Performapal. See what other things I can get you. Okay, if Airbellum is the best tuner you have access to, then I guess keep playing it. But if you have access to Noble Dragons, these should be Noble Dragons. In fact, for you, I recommend splashing in like two of each of these. And also pendulum call, wisdom. Oh yeah, and then your wisdom, my magicians. So yeah, those are just some recommendations from me. We're not quite done with the main deck yet. Let's see here. What else do you have? You have Chain Giraffe. Oh, whoops, caps lock is on. Shane. Wait, no, it's Chain Giraffe. That's why it's so weird. But here we go. Performapal Chain Giraffe. Um, keep a copy of it. It'll be fun. And I know this looks a little monster heavy so far, but that's kind of how you do things around here. To keep your consistency going, we'll need to throw in a few more pendulum monsters for you. If you can get your hands on these Odd Eyes Unicorns from all the way back in Shining Victories, go for it. 2 to 3 of these would help your deck's consistency very much, because not only is it a scale 8 that allows you to summon the Odd Eyes, it has an ability that leads to many hilarious OTK. And what else? What other easy to get Performapal cards are there that are helpful right now? Let's see here. Radish Horse came from the Dark Illusion, and if you can get it, you should be running it. It's very good. It's a low scale and a free summon. Remember to use your discretion as I continue to build this deck. Oh, I forgot you have a Performapal Revival. One Revival should be fine. Like, since we're in that situation where you're kind of forced to play Revival, go ahead and run it. Oh yeah, and you said you had Mighty Warrior in your extra deck. That's cool. Haven't seen this card in a while. I have one of those lying around somewhere. And then that Pendulum Rising is actually kind of promising. Like in a build like this, it has promise because it allows you to summon Odd Eyes it allows you to just go, oh yeah, Sleight Hand Effect, blow up a card, and then change it out for Odd Eyes. And it also says you get to search for Second Donkey, and then you get to lower your opponent's attack with Radish Horse. Then it says then you can summon Airbellum, change it out for a Pear Trio or something. And of all the like consistency boosting cards you have in here, Echo Oscillation is probably the best one. Because like your deck reminds me very much of early Pendulum format, and Echo Oscillation is great for that kind of thing. Sakuretsu Armor is something that you already own. Might as well keep that. And for those of you who aren't DJ Halla, remember that I am making this video at the request of a subscriber, trying to build a budget deck with a lot of things they already have. That's why this deck looks so weird right now. It's because I'm trying to incorporate a bunch of cards that they have. Oh, Trample Links. How could I forget Trample Links? Yeah, keep that. Keep that. Trample Links is good. And then, oh yeah, just a heads up, if you can get your hands on a Performapal Handstand Raccoon, you should probably use that to replace the Trample Links. Your Swords of Revealing Light can stick around, I guess. That's something. It is actually something that can serve as useful. I mean, it is more useful than you think it is. You do force your opponent to use their removal options on it. Whip Snake, and finally, turn Toad. And these two are just to be enablers for if you do end up summoning the Odd Eyes, you can OTK your opponent much easier. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you enjoyed the process of me like breaking this down, trying to throw it together, and I hope that you have an easy time upgrading it to your liking. Again, these are just some like generic monsters that you could pick up for your extra deck that are pretty cool. These two are just like odd eyes fusion targets for this kind of build, unless you want to run Zhang K Magician, which allows you to Xyz summon using Xyz monsters as the material and giving them levels, and then that makes these two's effects active. This one is the better card, though. Keep that in mind. If you can only get one of these two, Spring for Raging. Anyway, Mono out.